On a cold winter evening in a busy city, a beggar sat at the entrance of a grand building wrapped in tattered clothes. His face, wrinkled with age, was hidden beneath a dirty woolen hat, and his eyes, though weary, still held a glimmer of hope. His hands shook from the cold as he held out a small cup, hoping for a coin or two. People passed him by without a second glance, absorbed in their own lives, their own rush. The beggar didn't mind much. He had grown used to being invisible, to the indifference of the world around him. But deep down he longed for a kind word or a simple act of kindness. As the evening grew darker, a well-dressed man approached. He looked at the beggar, but for a moment he seemed lost in thought, distracted by his busy schedule. He was carrying a briefcase, likely coming from an important meeting. The beggar's eyes followed him, hoping for some gesture, any acknowledgement. Then, something unexpected happened. The man stopped, turned around, and walked back toward the beggar. For a moment, the beggar's heart raced, unsure if this was a cruel joke. The man knelt down in front of him. "Here," the man said gently, reaching into his wallet. He handed the beggar a few bills, enough to buy him a warm meal and shelter for the night. But there was more. The man smiled and said, "You're not invisible to me. Sometimes all we need is someone to see us." The beggar blinked, not knowing how to react. He hadn't expected this kindness. The man stood up, brushing off his suit, and started to walk away. "Wait," the beggar called, his voice trembling. The man turned, and the beggar's eyes filled with gratitude. "Why did you help me?" The man smiled, a simple smile that seemed to carry the weight of understanding. "Because one day, I was where you are. I lost everything. I was alone. And someone reached out to me. You never know when a small act of kindness can change someone's life." With that, the man walked away, leaving the beggar with more than just money. He had given him something more valuable: hope. As the beggar sat there watching the man disappear into the night, he realized that the world wasn't entirely cold. There were still people who cared, people who saw beyond appearances, and people who offered a hand when it was needed the most. Moral of the story: never underestimate the power of kindness. A small gesture can change someone's life in ways you may never know. Always take a moment to see others, for you never know the struggles they face. If you learned anything from this story, then hit the like button, do comment below, share it with your loved ones, and do subscribe to JP Stories for more such videos.